Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I am back again doing your mid-April 2016 monthly tarot horoscopes. This is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in the lovely Capricorn. And I do want to say a special thank you guys because you guys are my biggest fans, and you guys, the numbers are crazy. You know, it still astounds me that I have such amazing Capricorn followers. And I do want to tell you that you know, I've had, you know, my hardest clients actually are Capricorns. Why? Because I've had some clients, especially recently, where they're not really sure of what they're getting when it comes to like my reading style and more about my my private readings. So I definitely want to say check out my services page because it has everything to you know you're going to want to know about my policies, my pricing, payment information, and like what you can really expect from a reading from me. And I do tell people that I am not the kind of person that's like a medium that just downloads information and just like tells you. Like, I'm the kind of person that I do better with specific questions, but also like it sometimes takes me some time, especially in the beginning of a reading, to get the full picture. And it's not because I don't get information, it's just because sometimes like I don't put the piece, I can't see it all until a little bit, like once I start talking to someone, I'll start to see the picture a little bit better and it'll make more sense. But like, especially like if people call me and they're like expecting me to be more like a medium, like when they talk to a medium, the medium will just tell them like everything, and that's not how I do it. So I did want to say that, like, just because that's come up a couple of times in my readings, and you know, people who are interested in having a private reading, definitely check out my services page with what I do and what I don't do in readings. I always tell people I don't do you know, third-party questions, which is like my ex-husband's girlfriend gonna make him happy. Like, I don't do questions like that. And then also, I don't generally do timelines. I do sometimes time frames. Like, if I get numbers, I will tell you, but I don't do like, you know, you're gonna get married in 2 years, and then after that you're gonna have 2 kids, and then after that you're gonna have a set of twins. Like, I don't do that. Okay. So just to let you a little bit know more about like my reading style, the kind of things that I do and don't do. So anyways, you know, my website is oracledaphne.com. I do appreciate you guys not posting comments on there. You can't book a reading through my website. I'm just reminding everybody, but you guys have gotten so much better about not posting comments, and I really appreciate that. So it makes life so much easier. So other than that, if you'd like a private reading, you need to email me, elizabetholson31@gmail.com, and let me know like a good day and time. And Capricorns are really easy to book. They're not easy to read for, but they're easy to book, okay? So if you haven't had a reading with me and you're Capricorn, my suggestion is definitely check out my availability, and also like read through my entire services page because it's going to have information more about my style and things like that. So I'm just going to lay out a spread here, and this is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in Capricorn for the last couple weeks in April, 2 to 3 weeks, depending, you know, give or take a little bit. And I think I'm ready to go here. I kind of want to cut the deck, so I'm going to cut the deck. Okay. Just give me a minute here. I'm just going to lay out the spread. Okay, so this is a very challenging spread, but it's not like really, really, really hard. It's just there's a blockage, a key blockage later down the line towards the end of April. And I'm just going to talk a little bit about this blockage because I feel like this is what's going to help you best, okay? So later in the position, later down in April, you know, 28th, 29th, 30th, something like that around then, you're going to come to a point where you're going to either see the potential in someone in a relationship where they don't see it in you, or you're going to have feelings for someone who's already married, someone who's already in another relationship. I pulled several cards to see, like, to give me more information about that situation. This is also a disagreement, okay? Just so you know, this can also be a disagreement. This may not even be a relationship. For some of you, it's like coming to a place where you can't agree with someone about something, okay, and not communicating well. And in some cases, it's about being emotionally unavailable. So I see this as the Capricorn male, more so than the Capricorn female, but Capricorn females can be emotionally unavailable as well. So you may be emotionally unavailable at some point in April, towards the end of April. Male or female. Someone may want to be in a relationship with you and you may not want to be in a relationship with them. Or there's an element of being rejected. This is like rejection in some level. Or this is like the element of you see potential in something. Okay, now it could be like say, let's just say you see potential in like a baseball game. Like a baseball team, and you've gathered like all these players together, and everybody is like, you know, wanting to play, but for whatever reason, like people aren't in agreement of like what color jersey to wear, or they're not in agreement of where they should play, or they're not in agreement of how much fee they're going to charge for the group and all this stuff. So there's a lot of disagreements to me about that. Okay, And, you know, the other part, you know, the other card that I pulled is needing to control things, having trust issues. So either you're going to have a disagreement with your partner, or there's going to be some element of non-agreement with somebody in your life or in your circle of friends. And I just feel like part of the problem, there is some pain or some element of sacrifice or some element of backstabbing or some kind of loss or suffering as being the reason why you're not able to move forward with this. And you may call psychic because you got the Hierophant, which can be talking to a psychic, can be getting counseling. You and your partner, if you have a partner, may be going through counseling. There's a lot of, to me, heaviness here around your attitude, okay? Around what you think of the situation, around how you're handling the situation. So you may be trying to communicate with someone and they're not communicating. Things may not be going the way you want them to go. And I hate to say that for Capricorn because Capricorns need things to go their way, but it just feels like it's not going the way that you want. And for some reason, it's sort of like, you know, the Three of Swords is like, is pain, is suffering. Now, you may be in a relationship with a Scorpio, okay? It's very hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold. Like your attitude is like, it's good and then it's bad. It's good and then it's bad. It's good and then bad. So, you know, ultimately, I feel like this is there's some kind of karmic lesson here. The Eight of Swords is also showing up, which is karma. It is also kind of having feelings of doubt. And, you know, the story there is the swan feels stuck. And the swan's like, how the hell do I get out of this briar patch? All of my feathers are stuck. And then this little hummingbird comes by and shines some light on the bird and says, don't worry, have some patience. I'm going to help you out. So this is like teamwork, but and teaming up with someone to get out of a situation. This may be a work situation or a team situation. There's like a team. There's always issues with team stuff. Why? Because there's, Capricorns usually do this, where they take on all of the work of the team. There's like team members that don't want to do anything. So like, I used to have this issue when I was growing up. So it's like, in Capricorns, I feel like Capricorns do have this issue where it's like, there's a team, when there comes to be a team effort, the Capricorn becomes the leader. And they realize that the team isn't going to be able to function as a team because there's like 4 out of the 5 people in the team don't want to do anything. They're lazy. They don't show up. They don't want to put in the effort. They don't do their homework, all that stuff. Okay. And this translates to like adult lessons too. So like Capricorn, if you are trying to do it all for the team, it's not going to work because the team needs to be able to function without you. Okay, you can't do it all. If you're trying to do it all, then you're taking on too many responsibilities and other people's karma and other people's lessons. So, there's just some element of wanting to do it all or wanting to do for other people, like in a team environment. Okay, some kind of team thing, and it's just not going your way. Now, your attitude kind of makes or breaks the reading here because I don't see any other cards that are like blocking you up until that point. So if you decide to go and do whatever it is you want to do, it will go forward. But I still feel like the blockage is you're unable to let something go. You're unable to kind of break away from any kind of obligation or responsibility or a person. Like some of you are in a relationship to somebody and it's a karmic relationship. Some of you have like a boyfriend or girlfriend who has a lot of problems and you see the potential to go forward with them. There is some element of temptation here because the Two of Swords ultimately is somebody who's in another relationship, somebody who's married, okay? So I feel like there's some temptation to cheat with someone who's married, and I feel like the reason you can't go forward is because that person is married. And that's not really going to change. I don't feel it may change later down the line, but I don't feel like it's going to change anytime soon. So, there may be some frustration with that. You may be married and you may be seeing the potential in somebody else who's married. Okay, it is possible the double situation here too. You do have the Two of Cups crowning you, which is a long-term committed partnership. This is maybe what you're looking for. The fact that this is showing up is significant for Capricorn because I feel like Capricorns typically get a lot of work cards, but I feel like the universe is telling you to go out and start dating and get your love life back going again, because you do have this card, which is going out and being active, singing and dancing and being active and having fun. You may be married and this situation may be not related to your relationship. Okay, but later, because the cards that are showing up in your attitude is there's something that you're not doing, or there's something that you're not wanting to do, or there's something that's not necessarily good for you, so you can't, the universe is blocking it, so you can't go forward with it. So it's like, let's just say you were like really wanted to go out for ice cream, okay? You really want to go to ice cream at some ice cream shop, but when you get there, it's closed. It did actually happen to me recently. I really wanted to go to Baskin Robbins. There's only one Baskin Robbins in town, and I never go out for ice cream, never, ever. I'm basically non-dairy, whatever. And I went there, and it was closed. And it was just like, what the hell? It really irritated me. And so there may be some element of something that's irritating you because you can't have it. It's like the universe is like, there's like a carrot, like this is sort of dangling in front of your face and you're just like trying to grab it. You're like, I want to do it. Like, I want that and I want it now. And like, you're just trying to grab it, but you can't because the universe is saying it's not quite right. And it would be it would negatively affect you karmically if you were to try to proceed. So it's sort of like if you haven't learned from the past, then you're not going to be able to, and you repeat this mistake. To me, it's a repeat this sort of like the same mistake over again. So it's sort of like if you get into a relationship that isn't right, or it's like, let's just say you cheat on somebody or you cheat with somebody and it's not right. Okay. The universe is going to, it's going to affect you negatively because of that. And I feel like the universe is blocking it from you because it's something that you've already learned. So for some of you, you've already been through this kind of a relationship, and I don't feel like it would be good for you to continue on. Some of you, it's learning not to take over other people's responsibilities. And for some of you, it's like someone sees, especially guys, someone sees the potential in the relationship with you and you don't see it in them. Now, ladies, you may just be also emotionally like shut down, like the wall is up later in April for some reason. Like you're just like not emotionally available. Or the person that you like is unemotionally available for some reason. You do have the Nine of Cups coming in. And the Nine of Cups is, you know, the Pisces. I usually say it's a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio dude. And, you know, they may, you know, you may see them, you may want to date them, but for some reason you can't date them. Either they're, you know, to me, the Nine of Cups person is someone who wants to be single, okay, or acts like they want to be single. They may not be single. They may be doubled up. A lot of times they can have another relationship going. And because you have the Bloody Wanker card, which is the asshole card to me, or someone who's emotionally unavailable, I don't necessarily feel like even if he acts free, he's not. It's the person who flirts with you, but they're wearing a wedding ring. You know what I'm saying? It's the person that like wants to sleep with you, but you know, they go home to the wife and kids every day. So this is the kind of thing where you just cannot go forward in this type of thing. You know, you may be thinking, again, it may be a girl-girl situation, not just a guy-guy situation or a girl-guy situation in this spread too. You know, okay, so let's just say you're a Capricorn guy. You may have feelings or you may really like this Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio dude. And then going into the future, it's like you can't because they're still married or they have a boyfriend or they have a girlfriend or something. Same with the Capricorn female, you know, liking this Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio person. But this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio person is unavailable in some way. Either emotionally and they don't want the relationship with you, or literally where they're married. It's a challenging spread because you were like, it's like the position of your attitude is hardcore blocked. So that just tells me that the universe is saying this cannot go forward or there will be consequences. This cannot go forward or there will be karma. This cannot go forward as much as you may want it to go forward, but it's not meant to be going forward at this time. Or it's not going to go forward unless you want it to. But even if you wanted to, I still feel like, I feel like you're blocked from it. I do feel like you're blocked from it. And some of you are just like wanting a relationship really bad. Some of you are wanting a relationship so bad that you're willing to get into a relationship with the wrong person. Or you're willing to get into a relationship with anyone. Or you're willing to sleep with anybody. Or to me, it's just like a sign of desperation. You did get the Five of Pentacles, which is the Miss Lonely Hearts card too. So that's why this is where you're at emotionally later in April. You need to call some friends. You need to go out. You need to have fun. You need to just kind of distract yourself from any of the sadness or loneliness or like upset that you may have. You may be in a relationship too, like a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and you may be having problems, like major problems later down the line, like problems. They're not listening. You know, they haven't learned their lesson. They're incurring karma because maybe they're cheating or maybe you're cheating and incurring karma. You're trying to control what they're doing, but you're trying to control it too much. You know, they're not pulling their weight. I want to say some of them are not pulling their weight. You know, if you're in a relationship with someone, it's like you tell them, okay, you need to clean take the garbage out and like do the laundry on Thursday, but like it never will get done. Like, so Capricorn will do it anyways. I also feel like your focus is not on you at this time. It's on somebody else or something else. So it's either a partner or a family member or a friend, where your focus is not necessarily on yourself. Those of you who are single, you are looking for love, you're looking for a relationship, but if you're looking for a relationship with a specific person, the answer is no, not at this time, okay? The universe is, you know, some of you are wanting to get pregnant and some of you are wanting to go back to school, and both of you are going to get your wish, okay? Because you got the wish card and I pulled another card, which is getting pregnant, which is pregnancy and or going back to school. For those of you who are also looking for a job, that's also getting a new job. Any new opportunity is going to come through for you. I feel very strongly this is like a new opportunity. Some of you, it's like maybe it's wanting to be with another person. Like say you're married to a guy and there's a person that that you like want to start fresh with. Like there's like new beginning somewhere, somehow. To me, there's a girl. I mean, it's a girl. So this is also wanting the best for a younger female. So you may have a daughter, you may have two daughters. Because there's a lot of females showing up in this spread. You may have more than one daughter. Like again, like, you know, you could have 2 or 3. I feel like, you know, if you're at the point where you can't have children, you may be wanting to adopt. And the adoption thing is coming up here too. Thinking about adoption. There's a lot about children in this spread. So some of you have children. I want to say a lot of you do. You do have the worrying about a child, a little girl, a little boy. Usually this is a person who's a child that's not really over the age of 5. I see them as being very young, but this can actually be someone who's a little bit older than that, give or take a few years. In some cases too, just worrying about, you know, your child. You know, some of you may have difficult children who have special needs, children who have special diets, children who, you know, don't sleep well. You know, some of you have autistic children. It can be like, I feel like an autistic child, or someone who's just not wanting to listen or not communicating, or like there's some issue where they have behavioral issues. But it's also, for those of you who don't have children, having the freedom from worry is a great foundation. That means, you know, the universe is telling you stop worrying. Don't worry. Things are going to work out. The 9 of Cups used to be the wealth, happiness, and bliss card. So I do feel like money is flowing in. For those of you who are single, money is flowing in. Some of you may strike up a friendship with this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio dude as well, because you do have the Strength card in the position of emotions, which is friendship, but it's also a test. So you maybe feel like emotionally a little bit strung out because it's like the universe is testing you a little bit. Again, it's that the carrot. It's like saying, you know, you could have this great guy, but they're unavailable, or you could have, you know, this guy, but they're married, or they have a girlfriend, or you could have this girl and you're married, you know, or, you know, you have a whole other situation. So it's, again, the carrot, the dangling of a carrot. I do feel, though, if you are single and you are looking and you're going out, you may meet someone new, okay? You may meet someone new and you may not think that that new person is ever going to call you. There may be some doubt, okay? Some worry, some fear, some doubt that that person is not, you're not going to be with that person. But the truth is, I feel like you will. If it's a person, it's not a situation, I feel like you will end up with them. Why? Because you got the wish card and you got that seed of potential, which is things coming to fruition, things materializing, things, the new opportunity, getting pregnant, having a child. You also have the Sun card crossing you, which is the same as several other signs. I don't know if it was Cancer. It might have been Leo. Could have been Libra. You may have some strong Libra in your chart. You may have some strong Cancer in your chart. This is also a Leo. The Leo is showing up here as well. This strong fire energy. You may just be very like, you may have some get up and go. There's like some element of get up and go. But as far as like Capricorn readings, like this is pretty tame actually. Compare some of the other readings I've done. So it's kind of tame. I feel like there is a healthy balance of love. There's healthy balance of work. I don't see a lot of work cards here though, which is unusual for Capricorn. I pull another one, and what did I get? The Ace of Pentacles. So the universe is like, not to worry, Capricorns will have money, okay? I do feel like you have a lot of fears and a lot of worries at the heartbeat of the reading, in the center of everything. You have a lot of fears and a lot of worries, whether you're a Capricorn guy, whether you're a Capricorn girl. And you have the Sun card crossing you, which is like a glorious day. It's a glorious victory. It's joy. It's feeling good. It's riding off into the sunset. It's, things working out in your favor. So despite all your worries and fears, I feel like there is a lot of positive things that are going to be happening towards the end of April. They just might not be the things that you want. So again, it's like the one thing that you want, you may not be able to have. And like, maybe it's love, maybe it's career, maybe it's a job. If the one thing that you want is a job, you may not yet be able to have. There may be some delay. Dare I say it? I hate even saying it. I really do. I really hate saying it. I just feel like there's some delay. I feel like there's something that you're trying to get or trying to have so badly, or that you want really badly, but it's just like the universe is saying no, 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 but it's just a delay. And there is some indecisiveness. I feel like there is some going back and forth. It's sort of like a flicker. It's like a flicker. It's like the on and off switch going on, off, on, off, on, off, like a lot. And it's like, to me, it's like a flicker. It's like there are on good days, like your attitude is good and you feel like maybe you're going to go forward or maybe things are going to end up good. And on bad days, it's like, no, like you're like, I can't go forward. Like there's no hope. You're worried and you're afraid and you're doubting and you're like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? You're worried about money, as always Capricorns do. And like, you're kind of just going, but I do feel like money's flowing in. I feel like there's a strong vibe about romance here, and it may just, you need to kind of give the universe a little bit of time to warm up to this new you, if your focus has been on career like for a long time, and I feel like it has, then if you're suddenly like very, very interested in romance, it's sort of like the sun needs time to catch up. Like the universe needs time to catch up to what you're manifesting now. And also I feel like it's just a delay. It's just sort of just delay. It could be delay after delay after delay. And you're like probably like just really sick of it, of being kind of like, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? But that's the challenge. That's the Capricorn challenge. It's figuring out the best way to move forward, making a good decision and going, okay, well, I really do want things to go forward in this direction and picking it. But I feel like there is some outside influence here. I do feel like, it may not just be you that it's not totally completely up to you. Other people have free will. You get the Wheel of Fortune, which is other people have free will. So say you want to be with someone, let's just say, okay? They may choose not to be with you. They may choose, to be with someone else, and there's nothing that you can do about that. So Capricorns have to deal with it, I feel like, a lot more than other signs. Because there's a lot of delay. I feel like Capricorns can get very frustrated, and I feel like there's some build up towards the end of April. It's like something's building up and building up and building up. And I feel like it's frustration with either delay or, you just keep changing your mind about something, or somebody else just keeps changing their mind about you. And you're going back and forth, and I feel like if you have a partner, I feel like the energy is very, very tense. It's like it's very, very thin. You're on thin ice. They're on thin ice. It's sort of just like you could really snap at any moment because you're on such thin ice. And I really wish that I could tell you something different, but you kind of just have to go through it. You can't control everything. You just can't. Some of you, the problem isn't with your relationship. And some of you, especially those who are single, the problem is that there is a delay. And the problem is that I want to say, may need to develop some kind of foundation first. Let's just say, there's someone that you like, you may need to be friends first. Or things may need to take a little bit more time to develop. I feel like there's a lot of early stages, beginning stuff here, because the outcome was the seed of potential, which is new beginnings. And in the springtime, it makes me think of springtime. It takes time for things to grow. So I went and I planted it. I got this little plot of garden at the St. Andrew's Community Church here in Ellensburg. And I've already planted all of my perennials. Everything's in. And I was going, okay, I'm sitting there every day going, okay, when are we going to grow? Are we going to get bigger? It's been 4 days. And people thought that I was crazy because I cleared it. I cleared that plot within a day and a half. I cleared the plot. I composted the pot. I put topsoil down, and then I planted everything boom, it was done. And everybody was going, oh my God. Nobody else has any of it done. Nobody in the garden has any of it completed. And mine's completed, and I'm going, okay, my watch. I'm looking at my watch and going, how much time is this going to take? But it's a process. And Capricorns, I feel like you're just kind of going through the process. And some of you need to focus on other things, okay? So you need to, for those of you who are married, you need to get a divorce, partnership, whatever, break up. But I don't feel like that's, I feel like a lot of the issues that a lot of you are spending a lot of time alone, and you're not going out, and you're a little bit desperate, you're a little bit trying to control things. So that's also part of it. You need to make more an effort to go out and to, be out and about and do other things aside from obsessing or focusing on something. It's like waiting for the pot to boil. I feel like you're waiting for the pot to boil, and it's not going to serve you if you just constantly wait for it. So you need to go out and do something else to distract yourself. And recognize that people do have free will, and this is about making good decisions. And if you are constantly making, if the carrot is constantly dangled in front of your face and you're constantly going after it, whatever that carrot is, then the universe doesn't recognize, it doesn't see that you're ready for something different. It just sees that you're constantly striving after the carrot and you're never satisfied with what is. So you need to come to a place of peace and just in zen with the way things are. Accepting things for how they are, not how you want them to be, is the biggest thing. And also not ever waver. Not ever waver. Do not doubt. Do not question what you already kind of know. And do not waver or do not doubt that you will be successful in the end. Because the universe, yes, gives Capricorns lots of challenges. And Capricorns are fucked in so many different ways in life. Because there's so many challenges, challenge after challenge. But I don't feel like the end of April is going to be a time where it's not a time to really force your way. It's time to wait and pause and say, okay, what decision am I making? Am I making the same mistake twice? Is there something that I'm not seeing here? Is there something that I should be doing different? Is there something I should be doing else? Like, you need to kind of re-examine things and check your attitude meter. Is your attitude bad? Do you have a poor attitude? Is it piss fucking poor? do you believe the world is against you? Do you believe that you don't deserve it? You know, deserve happiness? Do you believe you don't deserve love? Because if your attitude is like at the zero point, the universe cannot possibly bless you with the relationship that you want, because you don't believe you deserve it, and you're obsessing or desperate to have it, and the universe can't bring it to you then either, because it's just a restrictive type energy. So you need to to get out of the worry mindset, the doubt mindset. If you are in a relationship, you need to reassess what's really going on, and if it's time to leave a relationship, it's time. And if you're single and you're not making any effort to really look for Mr. or Mrs. Right, then, it's time to do that as well. So on that note, that is all for now. Thank you guys so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, Google Plusing. I really appreciate it. And I wish you guys all the best. I send you big hugs, big kisses. And I will talk to you guys again soon. All right, take care. All the best. Bye.